Tonight, from Lumen Field in Seattle,
the first of two here on a Monday night, the opener for these two teams as we're underway on EA Sports.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Right out of the gates, here's Smith. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now Geno on first down. That's complete to Dissly, the tight end. They'll run here with a rookie second-round pick, Kenneth Walker. Geno out of throw. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down. Walker now on 1st and 10. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Rolling to his left. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, that's absolutely going to fire this defense up. They made it their mission to deny that completion, and they came through with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. This complete to Lockett. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And this will do the job nicely as that'll be out of bounds just inside the 10-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson.
That's complete. It's Greg Dulcich.
So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be 2nd down. Play action. It's Wilson.
Same connection. Dulcich.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you've got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Geno. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 26-yard line.
Straight ahead, Walker. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Being chased out left. He'll find Metcalf. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Now in his fourth year, you still have to marvel at the type of athlete that DK Metcalf is. Honestly, unfair to ask some corners to lock this guy down. And as we know, not many can. 75 catches, a career high, 12 touchdowns last season, and a first down with that catch there.
On 2nd and 11 now. Smith. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Now Geno. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down. So, big turn of events there. They had him sacked on 3rd down, but the hand to the face going to give him new life.
And when it comes to protecting quarterbacks, partners, you well know, these officials are not going to hesitate if they see a tug on the mask. Heck, if they see a hand up near the mask, the flag's going to come out.
And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. On 2nd and 7, Smith. Touchdown, Seahawks. Will Dissly from 8 yards out. And the Seahawks use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
We're still in the first quarter, but it's apparent they're going to have to come up with a different defensive game plan for him because right now he's kind of having his way against that defense and has added a touchdown to the list. How do you slow him down? They're going to have to mix up some coverages, maybe change who's guarding him.
So that drive in total 8 plays. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. Throw over the middle, taken in by Dulcich. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Now it's Wilson. He'll find Sutton on the right side, complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Open man, and again it's Sutton. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Now it's Wilson. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. They run here with a second-year man from UNC, Javonte Williams. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Wilson flushed out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Bobby Wagner, multiple times an All-Pro, in there to drop him for a loss. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. And the first play will be a field goal try. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. A field goal try forthcoming now for the Broncos. Kicking into a headwind here in the second quarter. And his kick here is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Seattle now ready to march onto the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
I'm trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Play action. It's Smith. Steps away, and now he'll let this one go deep, back over the middle. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football. That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback rolling left and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Wilson. That's taken in by Dulcich. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. To throw is Wilson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But it looked like, fortunately, the Broncos able to recover. The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. Now Wilson. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Partney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. Let's see who's faster.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as a tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 13-yard line. A first red zone opportunity the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
They were in a very good position to come up with a go-ahead score there. A really good drive. Instead, it turns into 6 points going the other way. Psychologically, I don't know what that's going to do to them.
So as a coach, you're looking at that as at least a 10-point swing, right? Because they had the field goal in their back pocket.
They certainly did, and you're right. At least a 10-point swing, maybe more.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Takes it at the 7. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Denver's offense now set to go. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Back to the air, Wilson after the pick six. Got his man, it's Dulcich. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Throwing is Wilson. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
Over the middle, complete. That's Sutton. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. They go play action now. Wilson. Finding his big receiver, Patrick, over the middle. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 15-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And he'll get this forward only for about a yard, as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. To throw again is Wilson. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. These fans here in Seattle getting the chance to see Russell Wilson play his first game for a franchise other than theirs. In Russell's 10 seasons in a Seahawk uniform, he went 104, 53-1 in the regular season, threw for over 37,000 yards, almost 300 touchdowns. A Pro Bowler 9 of his 10 seasons with the Seahawks, and of course led them to victory over, ironically, the Denver Broncos in Super Bowl 48. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. A field goal try forthcoming now for the Broncos. From the left hash, just a 32-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So the margin shrinks a bit as back-to-back drives here for him, in with field goals.
Yeah, we know no one's turning down 3, especially in the first half, but you've got to finish these drives in the end zone. That's got to be a priority. Nice to have a reliable kicker, but outside of his agent, you know you'd rather him kick 1-pointers instead of 3-pointers.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. To try again after the sack. Smith, short throw to Disley. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. We'll see what they have drawn up here, a little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith sliding out of the pocket. He lets it fly for Lockett. And got his man complete. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. Here's Walker. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Kenneth Walker with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Seahawks are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is up to 15 now. So that drive, 4 plays. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from the rookie, Ken Walker. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Wilson. Throw left side, complete to Troutman. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. Now Wilson. Forced out to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And that'll bring up fourth down on the big sack with a loss of 5. On fourth down, it's Riley Dixon on now to kick it away for Denver. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. This is brought in at the 21. So we reach halftime here in our first Monday night.
It looks like we'll have to wait another week to get our first halftime report of the season as we move right along to the second half.
We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Bronco offense ready to begin this third quarter play. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves. But for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wilson, he'll get this one to Patrick. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams.
To the 43, second down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Wilson.
Throw right side is going to be caught by Judy.
And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go. Here's Wilson.
Finds Dulcich out left side.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw taken in by Sutton. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Wilson will throw again.
On the slant, completes to Sutton. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again.
This one swung out to Williams.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
A chance for a first touchdown drive of the year. It's 1st and goal.
From the gun, it's Wilson.
And this is taken in by Hamler for a Bronco touchdown.
A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Broncos are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead to 21-17. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. Taken at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the third. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. To throw is Smith. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. 2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. Back to throw, Smith. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Throwing again is Smith. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
No surprise to see his sideline fired up by that big play. Heck, we're fired up, and we're supposed to be neutral. That's a quarterback putting his body on the line to fight and just barely get the first down. When he does something like that, it gets everyone ready to lay it all out there and try and match his intensity.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. On 2nd down, it's Walker. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Back to Walker on 1st down. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. They run again with Walker. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
On that snap, he's the hero of his defense up to the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
And he'll try and throw here on the fake. Oh, and this turns into a mess as it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Williams. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, 5, and he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. After the interception, here's Wilson to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They made the decision to go for 2. They didn't get it. They remained down by 2 points. Should they have kicked it there?
A 3rd quarter, I'm okay with it. Maybe 1st or 2nd, you don't. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, again, I keep coming back to I don't like to chase a lot of points, but I also don't know what kicking an extra point being down 1 does for me.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. And they're going to speed things up here. On 1st down, Smith. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Up the middle, here's Walker. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
On third down, here's Walker. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Smith's throw into the hands of Fan. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there at 22. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory as they're down to the 29-yard line. Up the middle they run. It's Walker to the 27-yard line. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Down right around the 25. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 6. He'll get that complete to Parkinson. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
Touchdown! Will Dissly, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Seahawks will add to their 4th quarter lead.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes this a 9-point game. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And it all culminates with a Seattle score. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
So did you suspect the same thing that I did, that they were lining up just to draw them off sides here?
100%.
Well, how about that? They were going for it the entire time. Never a question in his mind about going ahead and getting it, despite where they were on the field.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard it in my voice when they snapped the ball. I was like, I almost wasn't ready to call the play. I just kept waiting for the timeout offensively. 2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call. that ended up maybe closing them out.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Noah Fant, 36 yards. And the Seahawks are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth-quarter lead. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week one. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week one. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want. But there carries a little extra pressure with that as well, because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, two sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Broncos and Cortland Sutton heading back out there. They have to like what they've gotten from him in this game.
Think about the accumulation of catches.
8.
The yards per catch now, because you're getting more than a first down every time he's touching the ball. This is the kind of game you want when you're able to throw it out wide.
Absolutely. Over 100 yards, has the 8 catches. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
What a terrific story is Greg Dulcich, who began as a walk-on at UCLA and got better each and every season. Really stretches the field, average over 17 yards per catch his last 2 years as a Bruin. Exactly what Denver was looking for to replace Noah Fant at tight end.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that's going to bring up second down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Now a dump off here complete. And they'll work this down inside the 30. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up. Again, Wilson. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. Back to throw again. And it's caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. Second and goal from the 1. Here's Wilson to throw. Touchdown, Broncos. KJ Hamler. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Broncos have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, so the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw, as this play will stand as is. The extra point up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it was all polished off on the touchdown reception by KJ Hamler. And this is going to be taken in by... Ball is knocked out. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, this defense just continuing to do their thing, and now they add on to that lead with another pick six.
And how about the way they played this entire game? Not only they put their stamp on it, but every time they try and mount an offensive challenge, they find a way to thwart it. And multiple pick sixes? Oh, yeah, they'll enjoy watching this tape after the game.
After the interception, here's Smith to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson.
And that's caught by Williams. And he will get to the sideline here, but that a minimal gain at best. 3 yards, possibly 4.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down.
And this one is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory. Smith going to throw it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield. But when push came to shove, they stood their ground. And now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Now Geno. He's got it. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play. So it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
So the victory here for Seattle, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Seahawks,